Hello my friends, here's Mad Max. I was told some of you guys wanted to see what my face does look like, so here it is. But I'm quite sure more of you want to see what my hands can show you. So here they are. So okay, you want to see what's in my hands, like the new Astrolux S41 flashlight from Vanguard. It comes in a cardboard box with a clip, the bag with the lanyard and O-rings and the rubber boot, and also the light itself. The Astrolux S41, as you can see, has a massive copper head in the middle, so it can handle the heat of 4 LEDs, and it's, as you can see, very small. It has only 22 millimeters in diameter on the head and a short tube for 18350 batteries, and there is additional tube available, long one for the 18650 cells also. Let's compare to some other lights to get an idea over the size. Here's an Nightcore EC11, a little bit smaller, shorter, a little bit less diameter, but a lot less in the output. The OLED S1, a lot of you guys, I'm sure they have it in their bags, is a lot smaller, but it's a really tiny flashlight. The Manca T001 Godmass is a little bigger in the diameter. You hardly can see it on the video. In reality it looks a bit more. Maybe from the front you see a big reflector from that one. And also that longer, also a little bit longer, is Bezel A6 with also the 18350 tube, which is in fact the same. But be careful, if you have the Bezel A6 from the first batch, there's a different threading in the head here, so it will not fit with the Astrolux. You can either buy Astrolux S1 and then use the longer tube from the Astrolux also on the S41, or you buy just the tube for $250, I think, if you buy it in one order. Let's try it. As I told you, there's different threads, so please keep in mind that it's a little bit too short, so it won't make electrical connection in my case, but that's what it would look like size-wise. I'm sure a lot of you guys want to know what's inside that flashlight and how it's built before you decide to buy your copy. So let's open the tail cap. There's a brass retaining ring. Stand for her. The aluminium part, the cap, rubber boot. There's a plastic ring. That's quite interesting. That's a spring in the spring. You see I wobble the outside, and there's a small one within the first, so if they press both, they add up and lower the resistance, so higher amps can go through that. And you see it's the same PCB like it's used on the illuminated tail cap switch from the XX and the X5. So the battery tube itself, as I said, the small one, the threads are looped, there's nice knurling, the bore is in the middle, that's nice, so nothing special. Okay, let's open the head. The bezel is not glued, so that's easy. There is an O-ring in there, which has its own place, stays nicely in it. So here it is, there is a groove. Then you have an anti-reflective coated, very thin glass, so I think it's more for the protection. Then here is the optics. The optics are also not glued, but they fit nice in their place. Whoopsie. They have 2 legs, and I'm quite sure they are planned in that way because there is a place where the 3rd and the 4th leg would be, but it does not look cut or something else in after production, so I think that's made that way. And here it is, 4 LEDs on a metal core PCB with a direct thermal pass, and some of you already have seen it. The positive part is here under that protective layer, the whole outer part of the PCB. Negative is the inner circle, and these 2 screws, I think they are no problem if you just use the flashlight, do not open it or something. But if you play with that and open, close, whatever, if you scratch the protective layer, you might get a shortcut between positive and the body, which is not good at all for the cells. So if you play with the light, maybe you use an additional isolation ring under their Teflon disc or something, or at least be advised to measure the resistance so that there is a lot of it, so there's no continuity. The copper part you see is heavy, it's massive, it's very well made. And here's the driver, also with a brass ring. Screw that out also. Also, it's just a little bit press fit, so it comes out easily. Again, you see quite smallish LED wires, the 18 EVG, and you see a well-known friend, the BLF A6 driver, A-Tiny 13A, 7135, excuse me, and the FET, the nice 2-group software, the user interface from Toykeeper. So it's very nice, and I will complete and build the light together, and then we do some measurements. See you.